The 100th monkey or whatever the fuck. I don't fully understand that.
The monkeys writing Shakespeare.
You ever hear that? No, it's a different thing. It's apparently it's the I didn't fully read this Wikipedia page. But apparently there's something where if you teach a bunch of monkeys some shit, eventually like other monkeys who aren't connected to those monkeys at all will also like learn it.
Huh.
So it's like the idea that like people around the world develop the same type of technology at the same time.
Yeah.
Because it's something like once, I think they did it in some study where they taught like 100 monkeys a thing. And then the 100th monkey, when they taught him it, he like already knew it and was like, yeah, no, I'm ready to go.
I got this shit.
I got it already.
This is where this block goes.
Yeah. But that is wild to think about.
And I just made a Model T.
Because then it's like, why don't we just teach monkeys how to make Model Ts?
Yeah.
And then they could open cool retro car factories. That'd be a great way to be like, global warming's out of control. We gotta stop letting monkeys use coal to drive old-timey Studebakers.
Yeah. Monkeys get smart, and it's like they have no idea about what they're doing to the environment.
They're fucking up the environment. That's kind of like what we're doing.
They're over farming.
It's kind of like what happened with us.
They're destroying the ecosystem.
Yeah, they over-farmed.
They made 1 million frogs.
What?
I saw this YouTube video of a guy who was like, he had this like tiny little pond in his backyard.
I'm gonna make 1 million frogs.
And he dumped like 1,000 frog eggs into this tiny little pond.
Great idea.
And then they all like they turned like he documents the thing. It's like one of those.
He documents his life just getting fucked up.
It's one of those things where it's like the robot voice doing
Day 12, there are just frogs everywhere. Day 13, this is an excessive amount of frogs.
That's pretty much exactly what happens. Is that all the frogs finally turn into like frogs?
Yeah.
You know? And he goes, I don't know how many frogs there are, but it's way too many. This isn't even fun anymore.
I mean, I knew.
Like, when was it fun?
I knew this from the dumping them. Buying all those frog eggs, dumping them was probably the funnest part.
That was the only fun
Imagine you got a
part.
buddy who's like, come over and dump some. I got 1,000 frog eggs.
And then I found out, like, I stumbled upon another video, which was him explaining how he was gonna do it again.
I bet he
was
didn't
like,
have a lot of mosquitoes though.
He was like, I only did like 500 frog eggs last summer. It wasn't nearly enough frogs.
Why? What is it? What's he doing with them?
Nothing.
Oh, they're just going.
Just frogs.
No, but you could eat frogs. You could take them and
then
like, I'm gonna put them in other swamps.
Everyone in the comments is like, you understand it's an invasive species, right? Like, you are ruining the ecosystem for like your entire like maybe state.
All the neighbors are just like, it's a bit loud. It gets a bit loud now. That's probably what it is. He's probably his long-term plan, 3 or 4 years of these
It's like,
frog
I don't
eggs,
want to.
and then he can finally have enough cover to start his garage band without waking up the neighbors.
Yeah, he's like, listen, I don't want to buy a white noise machine.
Yeah. I'm gonna buy thousands of frog
So I'm gonna
eggs.
buy 1,000 frog eggs.
He went on Amazon and he bought them, but then he clicked that thing where it's like, I want this to be a subscription purchase.
Yeah, he's just slowly getting sent more and
Yeah.
more frog eggs.
Yeah.
This isn't even fun.
This isn't even fun anymore.
When was it fun?
It was fun the first few frogs. He's like, oh my god,
Frogs.
frogs. Oh my god.
Imagine being that dude's neighbor.
That guy's addicted
Because
to
you've got to have known, like, he did it last summer. So
Oh, he's only...
he's done it 2 years in a row. And so
Maybe he just hates mosquitoes.
he dumps all these frog eggs in, and you've got to imagine his neighbor is like, there's a lot of fucking frogs around here.
Well, if I'm
And
going to
then-
imagine it, I can imagine it anyway I want.
And
His neighbor's like, I like their skis. You put skis on all their legs. Like, well, I'm fucking imagining it. I'm going to imagine the neighbor loves it.
I'm going to imagine.
I'm going to imagine the neighbor is some sort of animal that eats frogs. And he's happy. I'm gonna imagine that he lives in Louisiana and the neighbor couldn't be happy.
He's a gator.
He's like, oh, I couldn't be happy. I got a mess of frogs.
I got a whole mess of frog legs. My cooler filling up in the fridge.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, and then the next year you're out back smoking a cigar, relaxing, and then you look over and you just see him with a big old bucket just dumping eggs in there. You're like, God damn it, Frank.
What are you doing? Do they spread though, you think? You think the frogs get out?
Of course they do.
Or they'll hang?
They're not going to just hang out there. They're going to hang out anywhere they want. They're wild animals.
Yeah, but like, I don't know, you release a bunch of eggs and they're like, we'll just hang out here. That's why I'm surprised he was able to do it again.
I mean, I don't think that they...
And are these frogs not fucking? He's got to keep buying eggs?
There's not enough space for them to all hang out there.
Oh,
it wasn't like a giant...
It's a kiddie pool.
It was like a neighborhood. It was like a typical like suburban backyard.
He put an in-ground pool. He put a kiddie pool in ground.
More or less.
That's what I'm going to do in my backyard.
You should.
I think I am.
You should.
Whitney's gone for another 12 hours or so. I'm going to get to digging.
See if you can like glue like 4 or 5 of them together to get it a little deeper.
That would be perfect. I'm going to get one of those patches so you can ice skate.
Yeah. Tiny little backyard rink.
I always love those because it's like that's what you want is a thing where you go fast in one direction and then it just abruptly ends. And then the things on your feet become unusable.
They're disgusting.
That's always good. Like I like to roller skate on like a 9x9 surface.
Yeah.
where there's sand on the egg surrounding it.
I like to roller skate on the little patch of concrete they put on a beach shower.
We joke, exactly. We joke about this, but that's how the great Rodney Mullen invented the ollie.
That's true.